Hiya, Reiki. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of taking a silent day. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking a silent day. I'll be withdrawing from technology, TV, music, the children that you hear in the background, the hubby who's coming home from work at 6 to tell me about his day, my wonderful, loving friends who call me and we chat for hours on end unnecessarily, repeating ourselves over and over, but loving every minute of it. The demands of my job, my wonderful parents, my students who continue to reach out to me, the stories that I get from my oldest daughter when she comes home from college, media, TV, even this lovely background music. I thought it was important to talk about the critical reasons why you need to withdraw from the chaos, the disorientation, the background noise, the work demands, everything that's coming from outside of you that does not contribute to your inner peace, sanctuary, and wellness. Until you take a silent day, you don't recognize the role that all of this nonsense plays in your life every day. You don't realize how it alienates you from your heart, from your spirit, from your soul's evolution. You don't realize that until you turn it off. It can be one of the healthiest things that you do for yourself, for your family, for the people that you love. Many of us have difficulty just checking out for an hour. If we take a bath, we have to have the phone in there with us, or we have to be listening to music. If we take our kids to the park, we have to be texting. If we're driving, we may be looking down at our cell phone. If we take the day off from work, we're still screening calls from work. When we go to the gym and we're on the treadmill, we can't stand the silence of quiet. We have to talk, we have to put on music. We need something to keep this monkey mind busy. You don't realize the intrusion and the monopoly and the almost bombardment that this stuff has in your life. You don't realize that you are addicted to it until you try to give it up. You don't realize that without that background noise, you have to deal with you, that monkey mind. You can't run from it anymore. You don't realize that without the TV playing in the background, without talking, without picking up the phone, calling your girlfriend while you're in the kitchen at night, you are left to deal with yourself. And that once you begin to sit still in a room by yourself, or moving around the house, or perhaps you decide to ground yourself by walking around the neighborhood, you don't realize that there's this urge inside you. There's this need, this calling that's trying to get you to look around and find something to do. You almost are like a child with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in a classroom who can't pay attention, who's impulsive, who's constantly off task. After about 2 or 3 hours of almost punishment for a lot of us, especially those that are really entrenched in our social media and all of these other things that we waste our time with, you don't realize that something begins to descend over you. A sort of peace, a sort of tranquility, a sort of sanctuary, a sort of inner wellness and spiritual bliss And then as the day goes on, you realize you start to have lapses of moments where your mind just leaves and it's quiet and you don't hear anything. And you could be sitting outside under the sun and maybe your head will pull this way and you won't be aware of it initially. And then as you become cognizant of it, you're like, oh my God, God is great. The Creator is great. Whatever you call your Creator, Lord is great. Suddenly, something descends. You say, oh my gosh, like you have a eureka moment. You take deep breaths, belly breaths. From deep within. You look around you, suddenly you see a tree. And you say, oh my God, that magnificent tree. Then you hear like these birds talking to you. You hear all this chatter in the middle of the day. You hear the sound of the universe. You hear the harmonic frequency of God's creation. And damn, doesn't it sound beautiful? You say, I'm living in this oasis, in this bliss, this moment of wonderment. And then as the day continues to go on, you slip deeper and deeper into another level of consciousness. Suddenly, that headache you had disappears. Those joint pains that were bothering you disappear. Suddenly, your body starts to release its natural, Oxycontin or oxycodone, whatever it is. It starts to do its thing, and you begin to be in such a deep state of relaxation that you begin to feel some type of healing going on. And then suddenly you begin to feel grateful and you start counting your blessings. Thank you, Creator, for my car. Thank you for my house. Thank you for my wonderful children. Thank you for the fire that you allowed to devour my house last year, because it taught me the value of those things that were more meaningful in my life. Thank you for that lady that walked down the street today and smiled at me. Thank you for giving me the ability to take all those bags of clothes that I didn't need to the Salvation Army or to the Goodwill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The list goes on and on. Thank you for the shower I was able to take this morning. Thank you for that lemon that I took today. Thank you for giving me the ability to decode the difference between sweet and sour. Suddenly, everything in your life becomes a blessing. And then you know what? You know what's even better? Once you're in that state of mind, you begin to draw to you more of the same. Because what we focus on expands. Wherever you place your attention, it expands. So you begin to see even more blessings. During the same day, you will begin to see even more miracles drawn your way. Life is beautiful. Life is good. Life is amazing. How blissful. Tune in for our next provocative conversation.